one of the first questions that you'll get sometimes, or one of the first questions you might ask when you are diagnosed with epilepsy, seems to be, do you need to change your diet? Do you need to cut anything out? Now, for the most part, you should be relatively safe. You want to moderate caffeinated beverages, and there's things like macadamia nuts, which you also need to moderate amounts of. And there are two things that have been expressly verboten for me on every medication that I'm on. Grapefruit, which is fine. I've never been a big fan of grapefruit, and I have tried everything, but I just can't get myself to like it. And then there's the sad thing. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Whoa. So you might now ask, but why? I mean, it's tea and fruit. Aren't those in moderate doses good for you? And as someone who is an equal opportunity hot drink person, depending on what my mood is or what the situation is, you know, I like coffee, I like hot chocolate, I like tea. You know, I've even tried chai, which is tea, and the word chai tea, the phrase chai tea is absolutely unnecessary because it just means tea. Sort of like the Sahara Desert or the Gobi Desert are both not really necessary because they both mean desert. The same for the Avon River because that just means river. But the reason why grapefruit and Earl Grey and some other foods have been put on the bad list are because they can interfere with the efficacy of medications. And you might see this on the sheets that you get at the pharmacy along with your medication. If you look, or you can. But it is a pain in the tuchus because I really, really loved Earl Grey. With brewed nice and strong, you get that wonderful smell up to your nostrils. It's beautiful. I can't say the same thing about grapefruit, but there are people out there who like that, and there is a pot for every lid and a lid for every pot, or so they say. I still think Tupperware was lying to me when they told me that, because I've been to a lot of Tupperware parties. Your guess is as good as mine. But, so these are two things that have definitely been verboten for me because of to the efficacy of the medications, which can put you in danger and cause more seizures. I did have to go off the typical diet, you know, no tea and toast for me, because for a long time I was put on the keto diet, and I still, for the most part, don't eat a lot of bready products, although I haven't really been on keto in a traditional way for a while now. However, kind of going back to that just because I'm not having seizures, but I'm hoping it helps my headaches, because those keep me up at night. And yeah, so and in that one, you may find that a lot of your diet consists of animal style bacon cheeseburgers for some people, which is basically just a lettuce wrapped cheeseburger. I actually looked at the keto vegan diet and realized there is not a lot on that menu that I can eat, either because of my celiac disease or just because I cannot live my life eating grouts. So, in other words, just putting vegetables in my life, putting fruits in my life, but things like strawberries, which don't actually have a lot of carbs. So there's that. So yeah, You may find that certain foods interfere with your medications. You may find that, say, if you eat way too many macadamia nuts, way too many almonds, way too many Brazil nuts, you may find that you're feeling a bit funky just because, you've got stuff going through your system. On the other hand, almonds can be a great natural painkiller, but you don't want to eat too many just because they're also pretty high in fat. For the most part, unless you are inhaling like thousands of pounds per day, the fact that they contain cyanide isn't really going to mess with you too much. You need quite a big dose to kill someone. So, anyway, so there it is. I have been disappointed for years because I can no longer have tea, Earl Grey, hot. I'm not so much disappointed about grapefruit, though. The life we lead. Anyway, have a good day, and if you have any questions, please let me know.